There are so many beliefs, there are so many superstitions and so many wrong ideas about what Halloween really is. But today, Relay Generation is going to take you into an investigation and is going to show you all the truth about Halloween. Join me.
Join us to look at the origins of Halloween. Is it myth or is it not a myth? You decide. Today we're going to look at the origins and where it started and what is behind the meaning of Halloween. Or was it always called Halloween?
Contrary to popular belief, Halloween originated in the UK. The Celts, who lived 2,000 years ago, lived in an area now known as Northern Ireland, the UK and a part of France. On the 31st of October, the Celts celebrated a festival called Samhain, which celebrated the end of the harvest and the beginning of the winter months. They also celebrated the New Year on the 1st of November, and so, on the 31st of October, they believed that the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. Due to this belief that the worlds of the living and the dead were thin, this was the perfect night for the Celts to practice divination, rituals and witchcraft. During the night of Samhain, the Celts believed that the spirits of the dead came back to their worldly homes, and so the good spirits of relatives received welcoming tributes. But in order to keep away the bad spirits, the people would disguise themselves as fellow spirits so as not to be harmed. This is where the origins of costumes come from. Apart from rituals and divinations, the Celts also looked to the Druids, who were a select group of distinguished people that acted as priests, and they lit bonfires to offer sacrifices to their pagan gods. In these bonfires, the Druids sacrificed animals and conducted rituals in order to consult the spirits of the dead. There are written accounts from the Romans and Greek scholars who assure that human sacrifices were also carried out. These sacrifices were in order to enhance the chance of predictions and divinations, and also as a way to make sure that the harvest that was coming for the new year was blessed. The fat from these burnt offerings were often used to light the inside of the famous pumpkins in order to guide friendly spirits home. In order to Christianize the horrible festival of Samhain, the Catholic Church established a day to remember the dead of the saints on the 1st of November, known as All Hallows Day. Samhain then became known as All Hallows Eve, and over time is now Halloween.
Come and take a look at how the Romans invaded Europe on 43 AD and how Halloween expanded and how this became a public holiday. The Romans conquered much of the Celtic land when they invaded Europe on the year 43 AD, and over the 400 years from that date of occupation and ruling, they appear to have influenced with their own celebrations, and one example could be the tradition of bobbing for apples throughout the Halloween season, as the Romans' goddess of fruit and trees was known as Pomona, and the symbol that characterized her was the apple. This game directly links to a divination and prediction symbolizing the Celtic origins of Halloween. Britain was also invaded by the Christian faith and teachings, spreading inwards from those northern and western extreme areas from the early Celtic Church. Looking at the United States, immigrants from Britain travelled and took these traditions. In the United States, history tells us that the Christian traditions restricted many public holidays, which is why Halloween did not become a public holiday until the 19th century. The change came following the migration of nearly 2 million Irish and Scottish citizens due to the Irish potato famine from 1845 to 1849. This is when they took their celebration and helped to make it popular as a public holiday in the United States. The global explosion of partying, getting dressed up, drinking booze has actually blinded the true nature of where Halloween has come from.
And today we are going to find out what people really think about Halloween. Is it a myth or is it not a myth? Let's find out. Okay, hello Emma. Thank you so much for giving us this interview. So please tell us, what do you think about Halloween? Do you think it's a myth or it's not a myth?
Oh, a myth? I was going to say I love Halloween. I think I love the festivities. I love that everyone gets together and just has a big party and dresses up. Personally, no, I don't believe, but I love that brings everyone together and everyone can just have a good time. I think it's very Americanized, so I think it's been brought over and people like shops and companies are making money off of decorations and costumes, and it's just an excuse for people to go out and have a good time and drink.
It's a myth. For me, Halloween is a good party.
Okay, and Alexandro, what do you think about Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween?
Okay, in Italy it's not celebrated like here, but I like it because it's nice. It's a good party. It's very. The people are funny, you know. So you can go to dance, to enjoy around the city, these things with a friend, go drink, so it's nice.
Yeah, pretty sure it's a myth like Christmas and Santa Claus, I'm afraid.
Okay then, and do you celebrate Halloween?
Not really. I'll probably buy something Halloween related, but that's about it.
It's a myth, yeah, but it's funny. It's a time for party, for smileys, for the people. Let's good and meet for a family, for the friends, with all of the people. I don't know.
Well, Halloween, I see it as a double-edged sword because, as far as I know, Halloween started in the States, and obviously, that kind of was like a commercial thing, like costumes and trick-or-treat and all that stuff. However, there is a myth, like in my country, for example, where I come from, we celebrate the Day of the Dead, like the day of those people who have passed away, which I think it's quite a good thing that you actually think and cherish the memory with those people.
It is absolutely not a myth.
And why is that? Why do you think it's not a myth?
Because it's absolute reality every year.
And how do you celebrate Halloween every year?
Well, I'm being myself. That's it.
Yeah, it's like young people are really enjoying Halloween parties, but yes, that's all just for fun. Yeah.
Personally, no, but I do with the kids when my kids were small, and now my grandchildren. So yeah, we do. They dress up and we have a little party or go trick or treating.
Okay, and do you think it's a myth or it's not a myth?
I think it's all just hype. Another day for the kids to fill up on sweets, that's all. I don't think there's anything really behind it. Well, nothing that I know of anyway. It's just become more American. When I was a kid, it wasn't celebrated, and now it's everywhere.
I believe Halloween is a myth, but I think the people who likes that kind of stuff, especially children, and my son, he loves it, so he's just today also he wear the Halloween costume and then he went to club, and I believe it's a myth, but the people, we all like meat, the funny things, and we just want to enjoy our life, and that's what I believe.
Witness accounts suggest that Halloween is not all that it seems.
Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanic Temple in San Francisco, spoke about the importance of Halloween. After one's own birthday, the two major satanic holidays are May 1st and Halloween. He also said, "I'm glad that Christian parents let their children worship the devil at least one night out of the year." Another witness is Doreen Irvine, who was once known as the Queen of the Black Witches in Europe. Her testimony emphasizes the similarities during satanic rituals and Halloween. These include the practice of divination and consulting the dead, the lighting of bonfires and major witchcraft events, and sacrificing of animals.
If you knew what I know, what goes on at Halloween, you would never celebrate Halloween again, Christian. What do? Well, they choose a new queen in the order that I belong to at Halloween, and that's an awful ceremony. They call up spirits to go through the earth and to have their revenge on their enemies. And there's a lot of secret activity in the demonic realm going on at Halloween.
What does the Bible say?
Finding out what is acceptable to the Lord and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them.
There shall not be found among you anyone who practices witchcraft, or a soothsayer, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer, or one who conjures spells, or a medium, or a spiritist, or one who calls up the dead. For all who do these things are an abomination to the Lord. Deuteronomy 18, from 10 to 12. Nor shall you bring an abomination into your house, lest you be doomed to destruction like it. You shall utterly detest it, and utterly abhor it, for it is an accursed thing. Deuteronomy 7:26.